This is a deep and expanded reading designed to guide Cancer's energy through this portal of transformation. Here, we combine different oracle systems to create a complete map of your current moment. We will use the traditional tarot, the Gypsy deck Lenormand, the natural witch oracle, the animal spirit wild unknown, and the astrological planetary system. Tell me in the comments which city or country you're watching this video from. Now, let's lay the Cancer cards on the table. Jupiter astrological planetary system, Ace of Wands, traditional tarot, Broom natural witch oracle, Coffin, Lenormand, Gypsy deck, Scorpion wild unknown animal spirit, Sun astrological planetary system, Queen of Swords traditional tarot, Clouds Lenormand, Gypsy deck, Falcon wild unknown animal spirit, Saturn astrological planetary system, the Chariot traditional tarot, Night Lenormand Gypsy deck, Magical herbs natural witch oracle, Mars astrological planetary system, the Empress traditional tarot, Fish Lenormand Gypsy deck, Spider wild unknown animal spirit, Venus astrological planetary system, the Star traditional tarot, Key Lenormand Gypsy deck, Cauldron oracle of natural witch, Neptune astrological planetary system, the portal of resurrection, the great transition of Cancer 1, the opening of the path and the awakening of the will. At this very moment, the universe is conspiring to pull you out of a state of dormancy. The heavens no longer accept your hesitation. The first energy anchoring this reading is Jupiter, astrological planetary system. This gas giant has just resumed its direct motion, and the impact of this on your life is like a dam breaking after months of drought. Jupiter doesn't ask permission. It demands expansion. Where before there was doubt and timid steps, now arises a visceral need to grow, to occupy space, and to claim your place in the world. Accompanying this planetary movement, the traditional tarot presents us with the Ace of Wands. This card is the ultimate symbol of the divine spark, of the creative fire that ignites without warning. It represents a new beginning that does not come from the intellect, but from the spirit. You are receiving a new charge of vital energy. If you felt tired or without purpose, the Ace of Wands is the necessary shock to get you back on your feet. To refine this strength, the natural witch oracle brings the Broom card. On the path of natural magic, the broom is not only for flying, but mainly for cleaning. Before using Jupiter's fire to build the new, you need to sweep away the stagnant energies from your door. This is the time to do a physical and spiritual cleansing. Throw away what is no longer useful, end conversations that lead nowhere, and cleanse your inner altar. 2. The end of the cycle and liberation from the past. For the new master to emerge, the old student must die. In the Gypsy Tarot, Lenormand, the Coffin card appears with overwhelming force. Many fear this card, but here it is your greatest ally. The Coffin represents the definitive end of a cycle that no longer had any breath left. You know that situation you were trying to keep alive with machines? It's over. And the good news is that this closure is what allows your resurrection. The animal spirit, wild unknown, complements this transition with the Scorpio card. Scorpio lives in the duality between destruction and transformation. It invites you to look at your shadows without fear. What in you is still clinging to pain? Scorpio says that poison is only dangerous if you keep it inside. If you transmute it, it becomes healing. In this scenario of closure, the Sun, astrological planetary system, emerges. While the Coffin buries the past, the Sun illuminates what has survived. It brings total clarity. There is no longer any way to hide behind excuses or false modesty. The Sun exposes the truths you tried to ignore. It is an energy of vitality that burns away the cobwebs of stagnation, forcing you to see reality as it is, abundant and full of possibilities. 3. The strategic mind and long-term vision. Now that the ground is clear, we need strategy. The traditional tarot presents us with the Queen of Swords. This is your most mature face this week. You set aside the excessive emotionality that sometimes clouds your vision and assume a posture of discernment. The Queen of Swords is not fooled by sweet words or empty promises. She wants facts. She wants structure. The Gypsy deck, Lenormand, reinforces this need with the card of the clouds. The clouds indicate that there has been a period of mental confusion and uncertainty. But note that the clouds have a light side and a dark side. The dark side is receding. Jupiter's wind is blowing these clouds away, revealing the path you should follow. In the animal spirit, wild unknown, the falcon appears to give you the necessary aerial view. The falcon does not get lost in the details of the ground. He observes from above, identifies the target, and waits for the exact moment to act. The advice here is, don't make decisions based on immediacy. Look to your future 5 years from now. Does what you are building today support that vision? To give weight to this structure, we invoke Saturn, astrological planetary system. Saturn is the lord of time and discipline. It reminds you that Jupiter's expansion needs Saturn's foundations to not be just a flash in the pan. This is the time to organize your finances, structure your projects, and bring order to the chaos. Freedom comes through discipline. 4. The leap of faith and the conquest of territory. With a clear vision and clear terrain, the universe pushes you towards movement. In the traditional tarot, the Chariot is the ruling card of Cancer and appears here as a command to action. The Chariot represents victory through willpower and control of emotions. You have 2 horses pulling your chariot, reason and emotion. If they run in opposite directions, you fall. If you align them, no one can stop you. The Gypsy deck, Lenormand, brings the card of the Knight. This card is the messenger of speed. It indicates that important news and new opportunities are arriving quickly. The Knight doesn't wait, he acts. He brings the movement you've been asking the heavens for. In the Natural Witch's Oracle, we find the Magic Herbs card. This suggests that your journey now needs alchemy. You have the ingredients, but you need to know how to mix them. Use your intuition to season your strategies. Don't just be technical. Put your soul into what you do. The astrological support here comes from Mars, astrological planetary system. Mars gives you the courage you needed to take the leap of faith. If you felt afraid to expose yourself or take a risk, Mars burns that fear away. It gives you the warrior's impetus. It's time to fight for what you believe in, to move from the defensive to the offensive. 5. The manifestation of abundance and legacy. We have reached the stage of materialization. The traditional tarot blesses us with the Empress. She is the mother of abundance, the queen of fertility and creation. The Empress indicates that your projects are ready to be born. Everything you have planted with intention is now beginning to bear visible fruit. She invites you to enjoy the pleasure, comfort, and beauty of life. The Gypsy Tarot, Lenormand, confirms this harvest with the Fish card. In the Lenormand system, Fish is the card of money, financial flow, and commercial prosperity. It indicates that the movement you have started is generating real value. The flow is open. The key here is not to hold back energy, let the money and ideas circulate. The animal spirit, wild unknown, brings the majestic spider. The spider is the weaver of destiny. It reminds you that each of your actions is a thread in the web of your life. You are weaving a net of safety and success. The spider works with patience and mastery, creating something that is both beautiful and functional. To seal this prosperity, we have Venus, astrological planetary system. Venus attracts what is beautiful and harmonious. It softens the edges and brings magnetism to your aura. At this stage, you become a magnet for opportunities and for people who want to collaborate with your growth. It is time to celebrate victories, however small they may seem. 6. The final advice and spiritual protection. To conclude this journey of 1,600 words of oracular wisdom, we look to the long-term future. The traditional tarot gives us the star. The star is your spiritual compass. It says that no matter how dark the past has been, your future is guided by divine light. You are under protection. There is a greater purpose in everything you are experiencing now. The Gypsy deck, Lenormand, concludes with the key card. The solution you sought is in your hands. The key opens doors that previously seemed locked with 7 keys. Success is no longer a possibility. It is a decision you have already made on the spiritual plane. The Natural Witch Oracle brings the Cauldron card. The cauldron is the place where everything transforms. You entered it as lead and are leaving as gold. The transformation was profound, sometimes painful, but necessary for your maturation. The final ruler of this reading is Neptune, astrological planetary system. Neptune connects you with the invisible. It reminds you that beyond strategy and physical strength, there is the power of faith and visualization. Dream big, Cancer. Don't limit your imagination. What you can clearly visualize and feel with your heart, the universe is bound to manifest. Summary of the portal for Cancer. Cleansing. Use the energy of Jupiter and the broom to sweep away the past. Death and rebirth. Accept the end of the Coffin cycle to be reborn with the sun. Strategy. Be the Queen of Swords and use the vision of the falcon under the discipline of Saturn. Action. Drive the chariot with the courage of Mars and the speed of the night. Harvest. Receive the abundance of the Empress and the financial flow of Pisces under the blessing of Venus. You are now the master of your web. The portal is open and the path is illuminated. Go forth with the certainty that success is your manifest destiny. Spiritual message, the resurrection of the soul, the portal of Cancer. Beloved Cancer soul, you have endured a long winter where the waters of your sensitivity seemed murky and the weight of what no longer belonged to you prevented you from moving forward. But know this, the time of waiting is over. The universe does not operate by chance, but by cycles of divine justice, and your harvest began the instant you accepted to let go of what had already died. Do not fear the void. The end of a cycle, the coffin you leave behind today, is not a loss, but the sacred space that the Creator has opened so that your essence can finally breathe. You were shaped by fire and shadow, like the scorpion that transmutes poison into healing. What you have lived through was not in vain. It was the alchemy necessary to transform the lead of your insecurities into the gold of your sovereignty. Your vision is your compass. The sky is clearing and the clouds of doubt are dissipating under the breath of Jupiter. Stop looking at your feet and start looking at the horizon. You possess the courage of a warrior and the wisdom of a master. Don't seek outside the answers that have already been whispered by your own spirit. The key that opens the door to your abundance is not with anyone. It is in the palms of your hands, ready to be used. Trust the flow. Abundance is not something you need to desperately hunt. It is a state of being that you begin to emanate from now on. Like the weaver, you are designing your destiny. Every thought, every intention, and every small act of courage are threads of light that sustain your new reality. Your guide at this moment is the star, which shines above any passing storm. You are under divine protection. The greater purpose of your life is not just to survive, but to flourish in beauty, comfort, and fullness. Keep your heart open, for the harvest you have so long awaited is on its way, prepared in the alchemical kitchen of the universe. Walk with the lightness of someone who knows that success is their manifest destiny. You are no longer a victim of the past. You are the architect of your own awakening. Thank you for walking this journey of awakening with me until the very last second, because your presence is what makes this portal of collective transformation real. To maintain this high frequency of abundance, I invite you to explore our video library, where each piece of content is a key that unlocks new possibilities for your destiny. Click on the videos that appear on your screen now and continue to align your energy with what is most prosperous in the universe. Don't leave without subscribing and activating the bell, because those who anticipate with the right movement are always the first to reap the rewards of success. Share this reading with someone who also needs to escape the coffin of stagnation and be reborn into their own sovereignty. Leave a comment about your biggest insight, and especially what themes or oracles you would like to see here next week, so we can accelerate your manifestation together. Your engagement is the fuel of our collective energy. Let's build this new reality together, one video at a time, towards your next level of evolution.